Hey, hunting family. Welcome back to another episode of Tracks and Tackle, the podcast where the great outdoors meets great conversation. Today we got a great treat for all you hunters, anglers, and outdoor enthusiasts. We're sitting down with the Keystone Hunters, a dedicated group of outdoorsmen who are all about exploring the best of hunting, fishing, and adventure across the Pennsylvania and beyond. From tracking whitetails in the deep woods to casting lines in the state's best fishing spots, they bring passion for the outdoors that is as real as it gets. And whether you're looking for tips or just some good hunting stories, we're going to talk to these guys, and they live and breathe the lifestyle. So trust us, you're not going to want to miss what they have to say. Grab your camo, pack your tackle box, get ready for an episode filled with wild stories, pro tips, and the true spirit of the outdoors. Stay tuned because the hunt begins now. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tracks and Tackle. This is your favorite podcast and hopefully one of your favorite podcast hosts. I'm Ron Menser, and got a great show for you happening today. We got some local guys, but before we bring them on, we're going to introduce co-hosts from 3B Outdoors, my man, Chris Bookman. How you doing, Chris?
Good, Ron. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. It's been a great day, and been looking forward to this episode for quite some time. So without further ado, we're going to bring on Keystone Hunters, Bill Foster and Brandon McMillan, and I'll let you tell us a little bit about them.
All right, guys. I got my boys Brandon and Bill here. Just restarted the group Keystone Hunters. Guys, welcome. Thanks for coming out tonight. We're basically neighbors, so I was kind of pumped to have this. Hey, Bill, tell us a little bit about your group and how you guys got started, and then Brandon chime in and kind of fill in the gaps there, buddy.
So, hey, I'm Bill, and that's Brandon beside me, if you guys see that. So we started, actually, me and Brandon started this group back in, I think, 2012. So we started, it was actually getting pretty big, good traction. You know, we did good, and then, you know, life just changed and stuff. We just stopped doing it, to be honest. And I took a hiatus from hunting and fishing and stuff. I started my own business, so just got out of it for a while. So then we, I guess, linked back up, got back into hunting, waterfowl real hard, and just got back into it. And then we started another group.
After I had to beg him.
Yeah, he did, actually. I got him started in the waterfowl, and then he got me back into the waterfowl again. So then we started another group. Went really well, got a good following. And then I just got tired of it, so we just started Keystone Hunters back up. We got a good group of guys with us this time. I mean, it's going well. We got a bunch of trips coming up, dude. It's been a blast so far. So this is Brandon. He'll give you a little.
Yeah, so pretty much what Bill said. Everything's true, and the group of guys we have now, everyone talks, communicates, and it's nice to go from what we had to what we have now, and. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm comfortable with the group. I don't feel like I'm on eggshells and stuff like that. So everyone gets along.
How many guys you got in the group, Brandon?
I gotta name them. It's Bill, myself. We have Shane McLeaf, Brent Bierman, Jason Kavanaugh, Kyle Lambden, Brandon Bowers, Jake Meckley.
Correct.
So what's that? 8.
That's a good group.
Yep.
8 and
8, 9. We actually have 9. Curtis. He lives down in Florida. He's our hookup down in Florida. He's a good guy, military man.
8 local and the 9th one down in Florida. And like we all talk every day.
Yeah.
It's not like you want to go do something. You just say, hey, we all talk every day. We have a group chat. Everybody talks. Hey. Like from good morning to almost good night. Like,
yeah, it's awesome. Like we literally are doing like our own little inside competitions. Like we're at Marshio's right now shooting their indoor league, their techno hunt.
Right.
And so we have a little side bet on that. Like whoever loses has to do a cold dip in the lake, and they're buying us dinner or buying the winners dinner. So just to put it out there, me, Brandon, and Brandon Bowers, we already won, so we're not getting wet. You'll see in a video at some point other guys jumping in the lake. So
yeah, man, document that. That's good. It's great. Like it's a competition amongst friends. But I'm sitting here, I'm listening to it, and it's rings true to all, certainly Chris and myself and the guys on our side of the fence. Everybody wants to belong to something. You know what I mean? And if you can create a community, what we refer to here as our hunting family. I usually start the episodes off or end the episodes with, hey, hunting family, because that's our audience. Okay. And once you come on the show, you become part of that group. But everybody wants to belong to something and be included. And sounds like you guys are doing a great job at fostering that community type piece.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. We love it. Like, it's just good people, man. We all have our own, like, we each have something that puts forth to, like, the team. We have actually content creators that film. We got fishermen, we got hunters. Everyone does something. So it's nice to where if he wants to go fishing, we have that content. It's just, I don't know, it's just fun. Like, it's been a blast.
And everybody brings something to the table, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like all at their own pace. It's like we're not forcing you to go fishing. We're not forcing you to go hunting.
No.
Everybody wants to, which is what's nice.
Just keeping it fun, keeping that camaraderie. That's what it's about, man. That hunt camp feel. That's what my jam is, man. Just bringing people together. So you guys have a really cool YouTube presence. You guys really did. I think, Bill, you're real into filming and filming production. Yep. So tell us about your mission, your vision. What's the goal of this? What are you guys trying to get out of all this?
So, I mean, everyone that does YouTube likes to make it at some point, to make money off of it, make that into a living at some point. That would be an awesome goal for us, because like every guy that's with us, like, they have the same goal of that too. They want to make their passion into something they can make money, and, like, if it happens, it happens. Like, that's our goal. We're gonna make it happen. So, but for me, like, I love filming. Like, I actually own my own filming business called Bill Foster Films. So, like, what's nice is, because I already know how to film and all that kind of stuff. So, like, when we go out hunting and stuff, it's like I know where to be, what to take and use, try to get the best quality as we can. But, sometimes, I mean, when we go out hunting at night, when you're coyote hunting and fox hunting, like, you can't really use light. So honestly, like, we use our phones sometimes. Like, it works. So it's like, it works for us. So
I thought you held up a Desert Eagle pistol for a second. I'm like,
yeah, I'm strapped with that. Yeah, I mean, they weigh. They're getting a little heavy with these phones.
He's strapped with that phone, not that Eagle.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But yeah, it's like we just want to bring a community around. We want to help other local like content creators or outdoors people, anything. Like, we're actually want to do a lot with our local businesses. Like, we're over Marcio's, and we're actually going to do an egg hunt over there at Marcio's, like around Easter for kids, bring kids over, even like we get some people that comment don't even know where Marcio's is, and they actually live in Hanover. Like, some people don't even know. So, like, why not bring our following over to his place and, try to help a business out, get some more customers. And then while we're there, people that don't know about us will know us. So, like, why not just like you said, like, get together and help other people,
like open the community up to the community that they don't know.
Yeah. It's a perfect opportunity for cross-pollination, which is, certainly one of the reasons why we asked to bring you guys on, when Chris had reached out and said, hey, I know these guys, good group of guys, how about bringing them on the show? Like, we're neighbors, we're in one another's backyard. Certainly, there is some level of cross-pollination. We want to introduce you to our audience. Likewise, we want your audience to know, about us and the show. And so, how can you help one another out? Definitely, checked into your YouTube stuff, and, Bill's, we'll put a link to your company in the description of the show here, so that if you want to check him out. But they do really, really good work. The content's solid, engaging. Hooks you at the beginning, makes you want to watch a little bit more. I was just watching, Brandon. I was watching you, do I guess it was a muzzleloader hunt
Self-filmed.
recently, but it's fun because it's nice when you can go out and sort of tell your story through, film and video, but it's super cool when you get to do it with friends.
Oh yeah.
And we talk about the importance of a hunting buddy. And one of the things, Bill, you said is, there was a time where you paused hunting because, real life does take over.
Yep.
But, you got this hunting buddy, Brandon, who's like, hey man, come on, come back in, get into the fold with me. Like, we need that as guys, as men.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like back to the filming thing, it's like Bill's motto. It's when you take a video of something, it's like a live memory, not just a picture shows one thing, the video shows the emotion, it shows everything. That's why filming's fun. It's very fun.
It's a
you guys are speaking my language. That whole thing, everything you said, from community stuff to I take thousands of pictures. I annoy my brothers and some of my friends. I'm like, hey, let's get a picture. Okay, put them over here. Like, I'm about to grip and grins because that's what I want. I want photo albums full of stuff. I want not even for content for me. That's just, I do enjoy that part, but, I want the memories of it to pass on.
Oh, yeah. And it's good because when people see that, then they, if you honestly nowadays, like if you look, like a lot of parents and stuff, they don't even film their kids anymore, like growing up, like, and to me, I like what I'm doing. Like I do weddings and I do all that stuff. And even our hunts, like that's stuff that we can go back and relive, like when our kids or anyone's kids that it just, I feel like when people see that, they're like, oh, I should try that, when they visually see it. Like a picture is good, but like a video, you can change people's minds on a lot of things, as long as you're doing it right and in a good way, not doing stupid stuff, but it can change people's minds and just gets people into it, and that's what I love about it.
You guys have good content. Not only do you have good content, but it's produced really good. And I'm not blowing smoke because you're right here. I told Ron that. Like, there's nothing worse than that. And you've seen it, and you probably know that from doing it. There's nothing worse than just shoddy stuff.
Yeah, yep.
That doesn't translate what your message is trying to be. Does that make sense?
No, it totally makes sense. And like before, like I said, we had another group, and like I tried to, like I always, even the guys that we have now, I'm like, if you guys are going out, like I have like 6 or 7 cameras. Just take them. Like you gotta, like I want everyone to learn how to use it because like I love hunting and I love filming, but a lot of videos you don't see me doing a lot. So like I'm the guy behind it. So like I'm trying to teach those guys how to like to learn. You know what I mean? Because like I am part of Keystone, but I like to be visually sometimes. No one likes to see my face like 2 feet from the camera all the time. Like I'm not trying to get that close to people, but but it's just you gotta have honestly to get out. I mean, you don't really have to have quality content. Not I know guys that have millions of subscribers and they use an iPhone every day. Like it doesn't matter. It's just all about camaraderie and just people being around and just liking how we interact with everyone and help. Like you could have $1 million cameras and doesn't mean people are gonna watch you. You know what I mean? So like it's just getting people on page and on board, just making fun content and just understanding what we're doing. Yeah,
I think that man, I got like so many questions that are rolling through here as you're talking, so I want to start ripping off on a few of them, but I think it's being relatable, right? So if you're creating content, you just want to be relatable. And I've talked with some other guys that we've had on the show that do this sort of stuff, and they have YouTube channels and things, and you got to decide, what do you post versus what you don't post. And the bottom line at the end of the day is you're never going to make everybody happy. You got to enjoy what you're doing. I know, like you said about you're capturing a memory with that video. And I mean, even within our group, like there's a handful of guys that run with us. And, some of them we're still like, we're educating them on the right way to take a video. Because they are using their cell phone.
Yep.
And then I just think of my nephew, who I spent a lot of my time with, and he's also co-hosts the show here with us often. It was this hunting season. We're up at cabin. It's dark, and we're throwing an old DVD, and it's just old videos that we made. The first video you make, or just like our first podcast, the first podcast we ever did, like it was kind of crummy. You know what I mean? You don't know what you're doing. It's raw. But you know what I mean? Going back and looking at that and watching it, it's so cool to go back and see the story from back then, especially if you can relate to it. Like, oh, man, I know those guys.
Yeah.
And so if you get a following of people that are that build that community and connect with you, it doesn't have to be polished.
No, it doesn't. Nope, it doesn't. Like literally our first videos back in 2012, 2011, like we were doing goose hunting videos. We didn't even shoot a single goose. Like it was
it was long.
It was like, it was funny as heck. Like literally we would like throw a GoPro in the air, act like we shot something, like we just try to make content, like we had plenty of geese around, but we just couldn't get them to land in our spreads. Like we were just learning, but it was just, I don't know. It's all about learning and getting better at what you're doing. That's what it's all about sometimes.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
Get us into your whole creation process, guys. What goes into your hunts, how you plan them, how you decide what you're going to do, how you're going to film it, your fishing stuff. You guys, you guys are into everything. So
yeah, we do a lot of stuff. As for like the filming, like how we do it, honestly, we don't go into it with a plan.
Yeah.
We have a set, like, we do the intro, Bill does the intros, or I do the intro, Bill films, he is the filmer, like you said. But it's more or less like do the intro, get to where we're going, get some B-roll in between, and then like say we're sitting in the goose blind. It's just filming us having a good time, talking, jokes. If you see something, it doesn't really go planned. It's more planned to me at the beginning and the end, not through the center. So that's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah. I think part of the key is to show yourself having fun too.
Yeah.
Because you are having, like, that's part of the story, right?
Yep. Now, I plan a little bit, like, to be honest, like we just did that duck hunt. I don't know if you guys watched that with Black Duck Outfitters. Like, I knew we were going down there. Like, it's the first time we've been with them. So, like, I didn't know the plan. Like, if we're going to walk there, we're going to drive there, So, like, I'll get the shots of, driving in the car, getting the guys, listening to the radio, hanging out, getting food, and then getting to the shoot, getting them signed up, just going through the steps of the day. Like, that's how I plan it, So, like, I'm always looking for B-roll. I'm always just looking, honestly, like, when we go on these hunts and stuff with other outfitters and other businesses, like, I'm filming for us, but then I'm actually filming for them also, because like I said, I do this as a full-time business. So like, I'm always looking at the end of like, okay, well, I'll get a bunch of these clips. And then when I'm done with our video, when I get time, I'll make them their own little show reel. Just be like, hey, this is for you guys. Thanks for taking us out. We appreciate it. If you guys ever need anything more or whatever, just hit me up. We come down, work some deals, and I want to make their business just as good as what we're doing. That's what it's all about. Just like they have a good business going, but hey, why not get some footage and make it bigger? Just because you got bookings all year, those bookings will run out, and you need other content through the year. So why not? I get some for you guys, and let's make it happen.
No such thing as bad publicity either.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. What is your favorite thing you guys are into now? I mean, I know you guys are into the predator stuff and duck hunting. And what's your
predator?
What's your go-to? Really?
Right now, because it's really, late season just came in.
Well, it's almost out.
Yeah,
late
but like
goose, but the last few years, late season's been awesome.
Yeah.
But this year with the weather, it's still good, but not good where we hunt.
Yeah, my whole year was awful. I've killed as many ducks and geese I told you guys this whole year as I usually do in a day.
Yeah.
So. But I've been predator hunting for a while, and I got into the thermal aspect of it, just a cheap thermal ATN Thor 4. And before that, obviously, when I was younger, it was always shotguns and mouth calls.
Uh-huh.
Well, the games have changed big time. The predators are getting smarter. Everyone's got thermals, and that's pretty much like started. I bought a thermal, call, cheap one, started killing some stuff. Talked Bill into coming out with me one night, and I'm pretty sure it took one night.
Yeah,
it took one night for Bill to get hooked, and then, yeah,
and then I just dropped a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's the end result, right?
Yeah. But predator hunting's fun. It's fun because one, I feel like where we hunt a lot of farms and stuff, we're helping them out. I mean,
No doubt.
foxes, coyotes, raccoons, like chicken killers. That's the biggest thing. Small dogs around, whatever. But just being out there, like just me and Bill, I mean, we got headsets.
Yeah, we literally have.
Like we'll set up like pretty close, but I'm pretty deaf. Bill's pretty deaf. So it's a whole different like tactical aspect of hunting at nighttime. And we have suppressors. So I don't know, it's cool right now.
It sounds fun. Predator hunting's one thing I've never like gotten into myself. I know whenever I first started hunting, we did, it was before cell phones. I'm dating myself a little bit, but, we did the walkie talkies, with the group that you were hunting with and, but, predator hunting like that, it sounds like a lot of fun. And it just doesn't matter whatever it is that you're hunting, whether you're hunting waterfowl or whether you're hunting big game or whether you're, out, doing small game hunting, like every process or approach is unique to that prey.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Like I used to predator hunt like when I was younger. We used to go out all the time, have fun. But like honestly, like my favorite thing to do is waterfowl, like to the fullest. Like I love predator hunting right now, but like I used to be big into deer hunting. But honestly, people can hate me, but I get so bored deer hunting. Like I'm the guy, like because I'm filmed, so like I gotta be like into something. Like when I'm sitting in the deer stand, I get so freaking bored. But then I first started doing it with a couple buddies, and then Brandon, he's a little younger than I am, and so I was like, hey, you want to go goose hunting? He's like, dude, I've never been to it. So I was like, all right, dude, I got everything. I got the blind, I got the shotgun, I got everything you need. Let's come out. So we get it all set up. This is a good story. So we get it all set up. We're on like a soybean field. We're all covered up. We got geese. We're working geese in. We get one single one that comes in. I mean, coming in right straight into Brandon. I mean, he could have probably grabbed it, to be honest. That's how close it was getting. He opens that blind up and he's boo, boo, boo. And I'm just like, the geese is flying away. I mean,
what happened?
It almost.
I didn't even aim. Yeah. I just pulled up and started shooting.
Yeah, like
my heart was pounding so hard.
If he would have shot it, it would have landed. It would have hit him right in the chest. Like
I would have been in the blind with me.
Coming in hot.
He missed every shot, and then he looked at me. He's like, dude, what do we got to do? Like he was hooked. Like I had him hooked. Like
let's do that again.
Yeah, we were up at Cabela's getting Bigfoot decoys. Like we were getting Black Friday. Like we got a trailer full. We were like,
we got Avion X's, like fully flocked, like top line, like stuff we didn't need, but it's like, we're getting it because.
Like that whole situation was how I got in the thermals, like using night vision. Like I went out with him one night and he's like, hey, you used a monocular, like the little handheld one. I was like, I'm looking, I'm like, all right, I like this. And then first night we're out, we bust a coyote. And I was like, all right, whatever I got to do. I came in and told the wife, I said, I'm getting the gun, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. And then like a lot of money later.
We say this all the time, but like, one of my buddies says, look, if the property you got has turkeys, you're going to love turkey hunting. Yep. If it's got geese, you're going to like goose hunting. If it's got big bucks, you're going to be a buck hunter, and each prey has its style of hunt and the tools for the trade. And if you find something that works, that's going to be your go-to.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I do have some properties that have some big bucks that I can hunt. I just still don't like. I mean, Brandon knows where I'm hunting, and like they're big bucks, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I need a shooting. Like I'm a bougie deer hunter. I can tell you, I'll admit it right now. Like I want a nice like hunting box to where it has like a wood stove in it, like legit windows. Like it's just me. Like.
Creating content. One of the things you said, Bill, was it gets boring. Look, I spend a lot of time in my deer stand, like a lot hours, days, weeks. I don't add it up, but a lot of years I get time off, and I take my time off in that time of the year, and I enjoy it. Like I like to disconnect, and I like to like kind of reset myself, recalibrate myself in nature. But but it's a lot of time with just you and your thoughts.
Yep.
And when you're trying to create content, like I'll go out there with the intent of filming my hunt, and I'm self-filming, and a lot of times nothing happens. So you do an intro and you don't see nothing all day, and it's dark, and like there's no film that day.
Yep.
But you're capturing B-roll, throughout the season. So it's completely different than going out and hunting ducks or fishing and things like that. That's got a little bit more action, right?
Yeah. So like you in our videos, you'll never hear us say like time. Like you'll see us like nighttime and daytime, but like I'd really never ever say like time of day and the date, because there's sometimes we go out, we forget to do an intro. Guess what? I have stuff on the back end. I can literally edit that into it, and people won't even know that we missed the whole thing out of it. Like that's how I do our stuff. So it's nice.
Right on. Yeah, and it's like when you have other guys capturing content as well. I'm making a video right now, and I texted Brady, my nephew, this earlier today. I'm like, hey man, you got any film of one of us just walking through the woods, carrying a bow? Like, I just need a short B-roll of somebody walking through the woods with a bow in a hand. Yeah. And you got it, because you got other guys that are capturing that stuff throughout the season as well.
Yep, dude. If you're gonna be a content creator, like you gotta have a lot of stuff on the back end just for it. Like our night vision, not night vision, but like when we go out coyote hunting and stuff like that, it's hard. Their videos are probably the hardest to make, because it's not like you can get a lot of B-roll, because like to get it, you got to turn a light on to get shots of so like we could get B-roll of the deer walking in the field and stuff like that, but like showing the equipment that we're using and stuff, it's pretty hard, but we make do. That's what it's all about. That's what I like about it.
I got $1 million predator hunting question for you guys. Okay, are you ready? Have you ever eaten anything that you guys shot?
Not yet. I haven't.
No, I haven't either. But a lot of stuff that we shoot,
I have.
Not too edible.
I got Ron to come to my sports dinner last year, and I fed him some barbecue raccoon.
Yeah,
I didn't make it.
Yeah,
but the guy that we were there is a big time coon hunter and trapper, made it. It's not my favorite.
He did all right.
Yeah, to me, it's like greasy pork, like Chinese pork. It's not gross. It's not my favorite. Same guy. He's going to be on the podcast sometime in April. Took his daughter out hunting, to deer hunting, youth day, and a big female coyote came out, and he said, "Hey, you can shoot this." He told his daughter, "You can shoot it, but we're going to eat it." And she wasted it. So he brings this in to where we work, and I'd be lying if I told you any different, but it smelled and looked so good. He made it like a pot roast.
Yeah.
It was stringy, not in a bad way. Like it looked like your Sunday dinner. It smelled so good. He's like, "Here, try this." Told me what it was. First bite, delicious. About a half second later, take the sharp left.
Oh, wow.
And you're like, "This is a dog. I'm eating a dog right now."
Yeah. So we have Shane McCleaf, the guy that does all of our like tanning, and we take all the stuff we kill, we give it to him. Like he loves to do any of that, like that kind of stuff. But he's really interested in like doing a lot of like
catch and cook.
Yeah. He wants to do a bunch of that this year, so I'm down for it, because like I follow another YouTuber. His name, well, you guys probably watch him, Andrew Flair. He does a lot of them. Like they do a lot of coons and like all of it, but they use a lot of pressure cooking and like stuff like that. So I'm interested to try it. Like, why not? Like,
it wasn't
definitely not opposed to it. Trying, but just that's not what I think of.
Yeah.
Right.
We have a smoker where I work, and we were cooking one day. He said, "I'm bringing a coon in to eat it." I said, "Okay." I'm thinking he's gonna have it like
cut up.
No, man, it looked like I put a little kid on a grill. We got a picture of it and stuff, but I've had it. It is what it is. It's not gross. Not something I go to. A lot of people are really into it. I know my grandfather, who was a trapper in the 40s and 50s. Not to be funny or crude, he would take that down to the city and people would buy it.
And groundhogs.
Yeah. Now listen. I'll fight them over that. I had a groundhog once, and it was probably top 3 things I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
say they're pretty good. They say they're greasy.
Yeah.
Like they can be, but I don't.
Yeah,
That's what
it
they
was
say.
the same thing as like a pot roast. He just slow cooked, same guy. He made beaver for us that was probably the best red meat thing I've ever had. I'm not even being funny. Like it tasted like the fattiest, juiciest pot roast you've ever had. And he brought a groundhog in. How old it was, where it was from, I don't know. But he made that, and that was. You wouldn't know. If I didn't tell you guys it wasn't what it was. You'd think it was beef. So
probably based on what it eats. If you get something that eats a lot of vegetation, stuff like that, it's going to taste a little better than. I mean, raccoons, like honestly, they eat whatever the heck they can get their hands on. So
bears are that way too. I mean, you're absolutely right, Bill, because it depends on the diet of the animal or what they've eaten recently, I guess. Because I've had black bear meat. It just didn't suit me, But then there's the next bear you get. It could be delicious.
Yeah, I agree.
So it really is their diet.
Like back to the coyote. What does a coyote eat? Scraps.
Mm-hmm.
They're eating other animals, roadkill, whatever they can get their jaws around. Your neighbor's dog.
Yeah. Anything they can. Yeah. Fluffy. Hey there, hunting family. It's time to give a shout out to a company that's been keeping our communities moving since 1995. I'm talking about Interstate Garage Doors. For nearly 3 decades, Interstate Garage Doors has been the go-to choice for comprehensive garage door services in South Central PA, as well as the surrounding Hagerstown, Maryland, and Martinsburg, West Virginia areas. And get this, they're not just any company. They're veteran-owned and family-operated, with a proud history of serving both residential and commercial clients. Their professional technicians are the real deal, offering top-notch installations from industry-leading manufacturers and expert repairs for all garage door makes and models. From residential garage doors to overhead doors and openers, Interstate Garage Doors does it all. So whether you're a hardworking contractor building homes or a homeowner looking for service or just needing an upgrade, you can trust Interstate Garage Doors to get the job done right. And hey, they're not just experts in garage doors, they're also experts in giving back to the community, sponsoring podcasts like Tracks and Tackle. Are you ready to experience the Interstate difference for yourself? If so, here's a little something extra for our loyal podcast listeners. Use promo code Tracks and Tackle when you contact Interstate so they know you heard about them here. Just visit igdoors.com today to get an estimate or request service, or give them a call at 717-263-3150. Don't wait. Take the first step towards a smoother, more secure garage today. So why don't you guys tell me a story, because everything that we do is all about storytelling. We're sort of just talking shop here a little bit, but exposing Keystone Hunters to our audience, and you guys are somewhat local, South Central PA, Northern Maryland, I imagine.
South Central.
Yeah. Why don't you just tell us some fun stories, something about who you are, what you bring to the table. We're always trying to get to some exposure in that cross pollination. So
it's all you, Brian.
Well, do you mean as what we do as like Keystone Hunters?
Yeah, well, anything, man. I mean, give me a good hunting story that I'm going to remember. If I'm going to walk away from this podcast remembering one thing, it's probably going to be that. Hey, do you remember the time that? So lay it on me. How'd you get Bill, pulled back in or something like that, as along those lines?
Oh well, that story entails me the first time ever playing golf. So that side of the story, Bill started golfing. I wanted to do it because Bill was doing it. So then we went out to the golf course, and it's like, man, look at all these geese out here. And I was like, well, I used to work at this golf course, so I happened to see the guy I needed to talk to, and he's like, yeah, I got his number, talked to him. Long story short, we started hunting, and that's pretty much when Bill started coming out back with me. I was like, dude, you gotta get your hunting license. You gotta get this. He like got rid of his shotguns. All his like, he had some of his hunting stuff. Well, a lot of people don't know, but Bill used to be like my size. So like the stuff that he had was way too big. And I can remember like he brought it one time, and it just looked like it was. Yeah. It looked like if the wind blew the wrong way, like he was taking off.
Oh yeah,
like his clothes were so baggy, like just.
Yeah, I was like 330 pounds, and I lost like 100 and some. So like, yeah,
right on.
And then that's like, that got Bill back into hunting that way, and gave him my shotgun to use, and I mean he still uses my shotgun to this day, and he be the only one that ever used that one shotgun. Yeah. So that's kind of that story, I guess.
That's something about having a hunting buddy, though. And I touched on that earlier. Having that camaraderie, or that one person that, if I'm going to go out, I'm probably lazy if I'm left to myself. But when you have somebody, saying, "Hey, come on, let's go fishing," or "Let's go out and hike the mountain," I'm not going to hike the mountain on my own just to do it. But if I got a good buddy, sure, I'll hike all day long with you and go hang out and spend my day in the woods. And
that's what's nice with us now, like with Keystone Hunters now. Like I'll talk good about everyone on our team. Like Shane, he just joined he didn't just join our team. He was with us on the other team, and then he followed us over here to what we are now. And like we went to Florida. We just got back from Florida like a week ago, I'd say 2 weeks ago, something like that. And he didn't know my buddy for anything. He was down to go. Like he was ready to go, but then he owns his own business, and some business came up, and everyone wants to go do it. Like we have 2 guys that are booking trips for us from New York. We got ones in Maryland. Like we're working in like another trip in Florida. Like they're all down. Like that's the best thing, like when you can get everyone interested in doing it, it's cool, because it's like we have a bunch of people just to hang out and go do it, and that's what I love about the guys that we have. I just, if I'm like, hey, I need this done, or hey, can you guys post something or whatever, everyone's just, they're right to it. Like, hey, I got you, because I do
a lot easier.
Yeah. Cause I do film, I do like the editing, like I try to make all the reels when we need reels. I do the merch for us, the hats, the shirts, and I own my own businesses, and then I actually work part-time also. So like when they're like, hey, I'll step up, I want you guys, I don't want you to have so much on their plate. That's what they tell me all the time. They're like, hey, if you need hats and shirts done, I'll come over and do them for you guys. Like, that's what I like, and that's what I love about it, and it's just like another good trip. Our Florida trip, it was a blast. We didn't shoot anything. Literally, we didn't shoot nothing. We went down to go.
We shot targets.
Yeah, we shot targets because, hey, if you guys ever go on a trip, make sure you recite your guns in when you get down there. I'll tell you that much.
Always.
It was, we were way off. But a guy down there, his name's Blake. And my buddy Kurt got all of us scheduled up to go do some hog hunting and stuff like that. We went down. The guy that was going to take us hog hunting had emergency surgery. So, he's doing good. Everything's good with him. But another guy stepped up and was like, hey, I'd love to take you guys out. So we went to all his properties. Don't go to Florida. And this time of year, it's rut for deer. If you're trying to go coyote hunting, rut down there is
a lot of hunters.
A lot of hunters, like they take that stuff serious, like real serious. Like
they run dogs.
Yeah, they run dogs. They do all that stuff down there.
You guys where are you at in Florida? Like you northern Florida or northern Panhandle?
Yeah, Panhandle, Destin, Florida. Yeah,
yep,
right,
all right.
We're right on that border of Destin and Alabama. So like this guy Blake, we went down there. He's like, dude, coyotes down there, like they're everywhere. Like, we have way less than what they had down there. We were sitting out one night. We had a howl. Well, Brandon was using his call. We had a howl, and we had a pack, probably like 6 or 7, like north of us. And it made the hair stick up my neck. And then literally 10 minutes later, there was a group to our like west or east, like going out at it again. Like, it was.
Yeah, we were like on this power line, and we could see a ways on this power line. And it's all a bunch of like pine trees. That's what they do. They do a lot, like pine tree groves and stuff like that. But that, like he said, like one pack just lit off. We were just sitting there talking at this point because we're like, we're done. You know what I mean? We've been at the set for probably 45 minutes. And then they just go off. Like the whole group, you hear the male hit hard, going off. And then next thing you know, it sounds like a dog kennel. Then it was like not even 30 seconds. That's on the other side of the power line, another pack lit off, and it was like, oh, maybe we should stay here. And then they were like going off back and forth, and I would hit the call, and they would have one or two sound off, and then it would die. But the amount of coyotes, I'm saying, when I say a pack, it's like 6 to 10 dogs a pack.
Yeah.
It's not like we see a pack up here. It's 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it's crazy how like the sound of a coyote howling and the pack getting when they all start barking and going, how that does something to you.
Oh yeah.
Well,
and you're pitch dark. Like you can't see them. So.
Right.
Yeah, you're looking through a binocular, and we're, like I said, it's a power line, so it's probably 30 yards that we can see besides down each way of the power line. But the last hunt we did there was wild. We had a dog come out on us. We couldn't see it. Kurt had a binocular, was actually on a monopod, like turning it like a telescope and watching on his phone. So he's just sitting there turning it. He's like, oh, there's a dog. He came into the come out of the cotton field and went back down into the woods. So we moved. We're like, all right, he must have smelled us or whatever. We moved a little bit closer, started hitting the call. Probably like 200 yards away, a pack of coyotes went off. And it was like, oh, they're close. And then next thing you know, like right inside the woods, it was a male. He just went off. And he was like howling at the other group, which it was mating season for them down there too while we were there. So it's kind of hard to like pull them off.
Sure.
But so I started calling, like doing a challenging call. And Bill can attest, it was 10 minutes. Me and this dog.
Yeah.
Probably 100 yards away, right inside the woods. He would not step out, and we were mimicking calls. And he was getting like pissed, like really you could tell, like he was running his voice out.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he just, I think he got downwind of us, and that was one of the hardest things down there was playing the wind.
Yeah, it's so flat. Like you can't like you can't hide. Like you get on a hill or something, you get every place we went is flat. And like I tell you, what's crazy down there, like you can't fox hunt down there. Like their fox are like endangered in a way, but you can kill as many bobcats you want. But like here, we can shoot foxes, but then we can't shoot as many bobcats. Like we heard a bobcat scream behind us. That's
an eerie sound that'll make your hair stand up.
That was the first time I ever heard that, and I was like, I know it's a little thing, but I feel like that thing can tear you up quick. And possums, dude, they have the most possums we've ever seen in the field. Like we thought we were on a possum farm when we looked out at one field. Like I'm talking about like 20 or 30 of them just in a field. Like
that's wild. We don't see that up here.
No, we thought they were skunks, to be honest, because like
they were like herds of possums.
Yeah, because like their body heat's a little different. Because when we were hunting, it was like 60, 70 degrees, and that at this time of year. So like for us up here, it's probably like 3 degrees out right now. So like I feel like the body heat down there just made them stick out.
It looked like it had a bushy tail.
Yeah,
like that, and it wasn't even that far away. But I'm like, dude, that I would have bet my gun on it. Like that is a skunk.
Yeah, so
it was a possum.
Yeah, but then we went on a fishing trip. So my buddy Kurt, he runs a boat down in Florida. He's a captain down there. So we went out and caught some fish. Different we got mangrove snapper. We caught some vermilions, triggerfish. Like I'm a saltwater guy. Like that's me fishing. Like that's my life. Like my whole tattoos and the whole way up's all saltwater like animals. I grew up on the Eastern Shore. So
awesome.
I know you ate some of them, right?
Huh?
I know you ate some of the fish, though, right?
Oh yeah. We got 40 pounds of what do they want to call it? Crayfish, mud bugs, crawdads, whatever you guys want to call them. But I call them crayfish. And
we did a big boil.
Yeah, we did a down south.
That's how you do it.
Oh yeah.
Now I have a crayfish tattoo on my leg.
Yeah.
Crayfish as a kid. Yeah.
We got 40 pounds, and I think me and Brandon ate 30.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is plenty. Yeah, there might have been a pound left.
Yeah, we're about to put on a show, boys.
Don't threaten me with a good time, right?
Yeah. Like so my buddy, he's from here. Like he moved from down from here, and most of his friends that he met actually lived in Maryland. So like they don't like down south. They boil crabs. They don't steam them. So like they still steam their stuff. Like it's cool to have people down there that know the right way.
They ordered
a crab.
The right way, he says.
Yeah, the right way. Yep.
The Maryland way.
Get some viewers. We'll see how many people like that.
Yeah, I grew up in Maryland, so I give Ron a hard time. I call him a mountain Yankee all the time.
Oh yeah.
Even though I live up here now, but it's weird because my sister-in-law's family, my sister-in-law is also from Maryland, grew up down here where everything was steamed. Got Maryland crabs, right? Her family just across the line, they have them, they boil them, and she's like, "What are you doing? Like, this is not this thing."
Nah, it's like eating water.
Yeah, Chris wants to have a show. We'll probably do this podcast. It's the slow season, it's the off season hunting wise, right? So we'll probably do this soon. But Chris wants to have like healthy debates, like what are the things people have different opinions about? Like this may be the beginnings of a.
Oh, that's a good one.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Boiler steam. Steam.
Oh yeah.
I know you guys hinted at it a little bit. Talk about some of the fun and the challenges of the golf courses you guys have the ability to hunt on. And Brandon, you're famous because you hunt with something cool.
Yeah.
Talk about that too.
You thank my wife for that. We can hit on that then, what that is. But the challenges of hunting a golf course is obviously the golfers.
Yeah.
to be honest, it's the golfers, but I say
you call me out.
Yeah. I say this lightly because the golfers are awesome. Yeah. We have not ran in like early season. That's when the course is littered with geese, and that's when they're doing the most damage.
Yeah.
So when we go there, usually I'll let the guy know we'll have the course till 9:00 before they let someone come down the tee box. And after that, like if we notice the geese are pond jumping, I'll be like, all right, hey, we're gonna stay. We'll have say a group of 4 golfers come down, and we got birds out there on the pond, and I'll go up to him. He'll say, he knows. I'm like, hey, we're gonna shoot these geese off the pond. Do you guys care? And the first thing they say is just, kill them mother effers.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a golfer, man, with geese comes geese dirt.
Yeah.
Half of them are like, hey, we'll shoot them with you.
Yeah, they're like, we'll shoot them and stuff like this. And like, they're very happy we're there, but obviously the golfers is the biggest problem because you got to make sure no one's in the background. You got to know your surroundings. It's as typical as hunter safety.
Yeah.
But that's probably the biggest challenge.
Well,
or when they freeze, when the pond freeze.
Yeah, that's a big challenge. But like we're supposed to have it till 9:00. Every time early season, I am not kidding. 7:30, here comes Mr. Smith coming down his golf court. The course, the side that he's not supposed to be coming down, just playing golf. Like I'm like, I mean, they're cool. Like we don't have a problem, but it's just they always
that's the downfall.
Yeah, that's the biggest.
There's guys that jump course.
Yeah.
Anytime you're doing like a public spot, like that's really cool, and it's a unique situation you got there. But anytime you're doing some type of public spot, like I got a little public spot that I hunt that's just outside of town here from where I live. I can get off of work, if the day's long enough and light, I can go maybe do some bow hunting in the afternoon. But the guy lets anybody come through, So I was bow hunting this spot last fall, and actually rifle season, like second week of rifle, but I took my bow in because of where it was. And long story short, I've got hunters like walking out in front of me and they don't have a clue that you're there, so you deal with that with public land, and it sort of just goes with the territory.
You just take it.
Right.
The golf balls, we got to watch out for golf balls. There's guys that they ain't
the whole forward thing is real.
Like they're not going to be on the PGA Tour anytime soon. Like we're just in more dangerous with them hitting a ball than
right.
Yeah, we'll be sitting there.
I'm sorry.
We'll be sitting there and we'll be like, ba-doop, like right beside us, and it's like, hey, your ball's over here, and they don't want to come get it. Like they're nervous as anything. It's like we're on camo, it's got some random dudes that just pop out of the weeds with guns and stuff. They're like, what the heck?
Yeah, I think probably the funniest thing, at the golf course was we were set up and we had decoys set up.
Oh my god!
And this guy drove a ball and it went down by like pretty much between the decoys, and he is like tiptoeing towards his ball, and he didn't even see us. Like we were like tucked around the corner, and I'm like, Bill, look at this guy, and he's like moving real, like got his club out in front of him, like trying to shoot our decoys. I'm like, they're decoys, and he like jumped around. He goes, man, them things look so real. I'm like, they hadn't moved in the 100 yards that you walk.
And they're silhouettes.
They were silhouettes. Like
my brother had something similar happen to him hunting at Cadorus, the public lake, obviously, and he was there and had a goose season, had a bunch of stuff set up, and they're tucked in. They weren't in a blind, just tucked in the bushes, and his family came out and they're taking pictures. Look how beautiful they are floating on the water, and he's like, they're throwing bread at him and stuff. Hey, those are decoys.
They're not eating.
Yeah. I've had a similar thing though. I'm fortunate enough that one of the places I duck hunt is a farm, and the guy wants the geese gone, and it's the same thing. Like we have to be out of there at a certain time.
Yeah.
But he'll always come, and he's very nice. I'm not talking, nasty about him, but he'll come out on his tractor. Hey, what's up, guys? And I'm like, there's geese flying in.
Yeah.
Right now, like you want them gone, but
it's counterproductive to the hunt.
You gotta take what you get. So.
Oh yeah.
That's our golfers.
Yeah. But like another, probably the coolest thing about the golf course is you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Like mixed bag, like ducks. Like we don't go there to target ducks. We honestly don't. It's just when we get some, we get some.
Mm-hmm.
Like this year, we could have shot buffalo heads. Last year we shot a few buffalo heads. Just we leave them alone. But last year we were lucky enough to get some nice buffalo heads off of there. You get your mallards, but I shot a pintail off of there, which was pretty cool. It sucked because I shot the tail feather off of it, but luckily the guy that mounted it had some extra ones. But you see a lot of cool stuff there. And like late season when everything's frozen, and we have a video that shows it, but it's the piles of birds that come off a long arm.
Uh-huh.
And you can just sit there like all day and just listen to them. They're flying over in groups of hundreds.
Yeah, I was telling you guys a couple weeks ago when it was real cold. We were leaving our place, and I think you guys said the same thing. There was thousands of birds just moving in the air.
Yeah,
that day.
It's like real black clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have it's crazy. We do have a good bird population. Like we do. It's just we actually have a lot of water that's open also, and that's and with our lakes over there, like Long Arm and Impounding and all that stuff, like they hold a lot of birds, and a lot of the property around is owned by like the borough and stuff like that. So like it's hard to get them to move. Like if you get luckily we have the golf course. It's close, so like it works. But then we do have some other property that's around that we're working on to get those birds, because we have a buddy Brent. He was over there taking pictures and stuff of geese, and it was crazy how many birds were just sitting on there, like even ducks. This year, like it's crazy. Yeah,
the same place, that farm that we duck on, it's the same thing. Like it's all or nothing. You're going to get a bunch, and you're going to get your limit of mallards real quick, or you're not going to see anything. And right around the corner, in a place that you can't hunt, you'll drive by and it's just loaded. There might be 50, 60 mallards on it. Yeah. We got videos of widgeons in it this year, geese, teal. Just what you can think of. They know what they're doing, so.
They figure the safety spots out. Just like, just like we would, right? You figure it out. That's the way nature is, the strong survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk about your toy, Brandon.
Oh, yeah. So I have a triple barrel shotgun that actually Bill, that's the gun I let Bill use.
Yeah, I use all the time.
Yeah, while he's hunting, I do. I let him use it.
Looks like some comic book.
Yeah, it's 2 barrels on the bottom, 1 on the top. And long story short, I've been trying to buy that gun for probably 4 years. They had it. That's my dog, if you can hear him. Trying to buy it for a few years. It was at Redding's Hardware up in Gettysburg.
Right.
And it sat in the case. Like I knew where it was. I went at least once a year and looked at it. And it's like I'm gonna buy this gun. And I ended up getting married, and that was what my wife went and bought it for me for my wedding gift.
Right on.
Oh
So
yeah.
but I'm telling you, it's probably the sweetest gun, and it's so nice to shoot. It's accurate.
Is it heavy? That's the biggest question everybody asks you, probably, right? Is it heavy?
It's 8 pounds. It's
Yeah.
not that heavy.
It's not too bad. Like it's actually got a really nice swing to it. Like so, it's pretty like even. You know, it's not like it's gonna like you try to stop and you just want to keep going. Like it. I mean, it's accurate. Like
Yeah, I'm a big boy, and I love swinging that thing around. It's nice.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, it sounds like your wife's a keeper. You know,
Oh,
that's a good gift, man.
Like I could go on for hours about my wife. She is old school. Like I haven't gutted a deer in probably 5 years. She cuts all my deer. She skins them. She cuts them up, processes. Like she will do anything but a fish. She will not flay a fish.
I mean,
but I am fine with that.
You got to have that good support, like my wife. You know, like we're here at 8 o'clock at night doing this. You know, like we do our techno leagues Wednesday nights. You know, like we're trying, like we're grinding. You know, like we're trying to get it out there. So like having them, supporting us, and and it's awesome. You know, like they're all about trying to get us, trying to figure out different posts for us, or like helping with spelling and writing. I'm terrible. I'm the worst. Like. Yeah, that's
damn you, Southwestern School District.
Yeah. Like if you guys see a post on ours and it doesn't make sense, no one looked at it and it was probably me. So
no judgment, right?
Yeah,
don't pass judgment.
So it's good to have our wives like to support us, and it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like any of us that are doing this sort of thing, you're not doing it full time, So having that support, makes it a lot easier.
Oh yeah, and they're always looking for different things to help us, like different ideas, and stuff like that. So they're more on like my wife's a teacher, so like she knows like stuff to do for kids and stuff. So like we brought up the Easter egg hunt and stuff. So we're gonna be doing that. That's gonna be fun. So hopefully you guys can come out for that. That'll be we might even be able to set up your podcast there, and we have a podcast.
Yeah, we do a live podcast right at the Easter egg hunt.
Do some live streaming. So that's like we'll go into this, but what do you guys got looking ahead? Like that was one of the questions we were going to talk about, and sort of as we wrap tonight. So you doing that for the you said about the Easter egg deal that you do for the community. Is there anything else you guys got? Vision for the future?
So we like to do, honestly, I have an idea what like I want to do is like spotlight businesses. So like other outdoor businesses that sell guns, archery, anything that has to do with what we do, So like even you guys or one of you guys, like both of you, we could do like, I want to do like a sit down interview style, but then like what questions that you're answering, I'll have stuff in the background, like making more, not like a documentary, but like more of a testimonial style, like video to like get other businesses' names out there. Cause a lot of them are old mom and pop shops, they probably still use flip phones, some of the businesses. So like we want to do that, get some spotlights out for other businesses, do more stuff. Like we're joining a bunch of like local, like fishing, like McSherrystown Fishing Game, Littlestown. Like we're trying to join into all the groups, stuff like that. Help bring what we have to help them, we're content creators. So, and a lot of them don't have, I don't want to say they don't have content, but they don't have like newer.
They don't have somebody doing it.
Yeah. So like if we can bring that and help them, get them a little bit, I mean, it's not like they need to get any bigger, but just getting more up younger age, get more, different groups in there, do stuff like that. It's hard. And then there's we want to do a lot of stuff for kids. We want to get people involved, like it's so easy for kids now, like to get on games. They play games, we ain't going to stop that. I'm an adult and I still play games. Like I love it. But like, there's not a lot of kids I see locally that are in the outdoor stuff, like I'm all about trying to get them back into it. And, like I just like seeing like my neighbors, they'll go out and they'll be riding their bikes. I'm like, wow, like you don't see that, So like my neighbor, he's all about learning.
Get the stink blown off of you.
Yeah. Like so we're doing that. We're going to try to get some kids more involved, do some different events and stuff like that. And then we got a couple guides like that are starting up that are local that are doing like catfishing and like smallmouth that we're going to be helping, help them with content, help get them out there. So like, trying to help people with their businesses, it's not like, I'm not saying like we're going to do their business, but like we're all about supporting, and that's what, and then just going to get content, like getting trips dialed in. Like we're an outdoor channel, and we're next competition that we're doing local. Like for us, we're all going golfing. So we're all going to have a consequence. Like whoever loses got to do something fun. Then like the next one might be like disc golf or fishing. Like we're going to try to get everyone in the group, like their own, like whatever they're good at. Like we'll give them the chance to be like the top guy. And if they get beat, that sucks for them. But yeah, it's like the archery thing. We have that. Like they made the bet, but they didn't know I had over 20 years of shooting techno hunt, and I have a bow. It's never even been in a tree stand. I literally just use it for indoor shooting, and I'm really good at it, just to say that much. But
smoked the competition.
Yeah. So I was like, so they kept putting the bets out there. I'm like, I'm gonna take it because you made the bet. There we go. But I don't know, like I want to get into a lot of stuff, like I was telling you guys in the beginning when we were just chilling out, like we want to do our own podcast too. Like we know a lot of people in the industry, a lot of people, and then a couple guys that was with us know a lot of people in the industry also and different things and stuff like that. And we all have some fun stories. That's what's cool, and like we want to get it out there and just see where we can get it and see what what we can just do with it.
You just got to do it, man. And it's just fun to do it. It's funny you said about video games, because my oldest boy that I talk about a lot and I take hunting with me, he just turned 15. He's got a Switch and plays Nintendo, and we got him the new hunting simulator, real popular game on that. Like, he's really into it, but he's like, Dad, I don't understand how this is harder than real life hunting. He's like, I can't kill these ducks on here, but I'm smashing ducks in real life, stuff like that. So, thanks a lot, guys. Tell us where to find you and what's the best place to find your content on?
So YouTube, you can find us at Keystone Hunters. Facebook, it's Keystone. Everything's pretty much all Keystone Hunters. We have a website. I'm working on that right now. We have some different merch coming out. We got a turkey I have a turkey series that I'm working on because turkey hunting's coming out. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Lemonade or whatever, something new. Like we're trying to get all in
on all the platforms.
Yeah, all the platforms. But YouTube's our main, that's our main thing. Like Facebook, we post all the stuff that's like new and what's coming, all about us, explaining stuff like, pictures and different events that we're going to, and just, putting stuff out there. Instagram's more just our photo dump, to be honest, just it's Instagram's like its own little thing. I mean, they all have their own like
they all have their own place and they all have their own audience, but you correct me if I'm wrong. Like what we do is like it all promotes the YouTube content.
That's our main. We post every day. Every day's a reel, 7:00 in the morning, and our main videos go out Saturday at 12 a.m. Like I'm stickler trying to keep it as a schedule. So we try to post at least once a week. I think we have 23 videos saved up right now to actually edit and go out.
Awesome.
And we're filming every week, like something new. So like it's crazy. Like it's a full-time job in this aspects of the time that we all put in and do it. So like that's what I love it. Like I'm a guy that's got to be doing something, to be honest, every day.
It takes a lot of time and energy to put that together, especially when you're doing the editing to a lot of it. So I can appreciate that. Certainly can. So Brandon, Bill, appreciate you guys both for just hanging out with us for a little bit today. We'll get this wrapped up, edited, and published here next week sometime, and we'll shoot the links to you guys. Hang on the line with us. We can wrap a little bit after the podcast is over, but thank you everybody you're part of the hunting family. You're listening right now. We just want to thank you for your support. Always love introducing you to new guests, local guests. These guys are great. Go out and check out their stuff. They are the Keystone Hunters, and you can find them at pretty much that handle anywhere that off platforms. Content's great, guys. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe to their stuff. Sort of gets them noticed, and it pushes them up in the algorithm. We'll say the same for us. If you're following, you like this episode, if you have ideas for the next episode or later on in this year, just throw us a note. We want to hear from you. Appreciate what you guys all did. Thanks for coming on tonight. It was a great conversation, and we'll have you back on again sometime soon.
Oh,
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, thanks, hunting family. Until next time, we're just going to encourage you guys to get outdoors. Remember, nature is our playground, and stay wild.